She's like, what happens here?
No, we're not. But I haven't done it. Spot to
So what they do.
and look at this.
But it's you know, the next. No. There we go. You ready? Okay. So I'd like to call to order the committee of the whole meeting for Tuesday, January 9th, 2024 at 5 p.m. It is being held and transmitted electronically via council chambers located at 39 South Shore Road, Lake Cowichan, BC. We also want to acknowledge that our meeting is being held on the Sivotsit lands with people we work with and recreate in harmony, and we thank them for that. Introduction of any late items? I just have, oh, did you want to do that? New business or I did have that. Okay, go ahead. Well, new business, the mayor is away tonight, so we have to approve his absence, and that will be new business D. Put that down so I don't forget. And if you have something coming to then
If we can have a date for the open house for the town hall.
I thought we were doing that in March. Yeah, I think we were right. So our March public meeting that we're having is the first Monday in March or Tuesday? First Monday in March will be our open public meeting, and we'll have the open house for this area as well here. Okay. Anything else? Approval of the agenda with the addition. Councilor Frisbee, Councilor Bomaka, all in favor? Thank you. Public input on agenda items only. You have 3 minutes if you have something else to add other than what, as a delegation, you might be talking about for later on. Is there anything that anyone wants to add? Okay, perfect. Minutes, number 5 is minutes for information only. It's the minutes and recommendations from the committee of the whole meeting December 12th. It's already been ratified and they're just for our information for anything that arisen from that. Is there anything on there? Nothing? Okay. We're being quick tonight. So this is arising nothing. Delegations and representations. The first one is the RETA with the Cowichan Lake Arts and Cultural Society. And we have 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to present. If you need a bit of extra time, we will allow that through council approval. And we don't make decisions tonight. It will go to a future meeting. And we have your information.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank the council for inviting us to participate in this process. It's a first for us, and we're very, very happy to see it happen. You all have a copy of our draft on the art placement policy. Now, we are not aware of all the pieces that are resident here, that are available. We're not familiar with the council's criteria and how you would like it, so we see this as a discussion starter. We feel fairly strongly that you've got different areas in this building and that each area has different criteria as to what should be shown. There are some pieces that are suitable for public, and there are other pieces that should be kept, policies, procedures, posters, things of that sort that should be kept in the more internal areas. Because when people view their surroundings day after day, they get visually tired and they no longer see what is up on the walls. We've also included a potential of having the artwork switch around on a yearly basis, so everybody gets a fresh new look at it. As also part of the policy, we have some basic knowns as far as how to hang artwork, the spacing, how high off the floor it should be, where the commonality is, to give you some ideas on the hanging. Our basic question is, do you want us to become further involved? We'd love to work with somebody from the council to identify all the pieces, the location they go, what pattern that they're going to be hung in the various locations. And I'm assuming, and I know assumptions aren't quite right most of the time, but that the actual hanging would be done by staff so that we don't have any conflicts of interest there. But we can help identify the paintings, the locations, put marks on the wall where the hanging implement should be, and just get it all ready so that it's all planned out. So after you read this, if you want our further input, we'd be more than happy to help you. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Anyone have questions?
I think it would be good if we designate a council member to work with you, kind of like the legwork of this, and then the council member would then report back to staff and to council, just so that communication can happen. And I don't know what the rest of council thinks.
It's usually very good to have a line of communication that's understood by everybody.
Yeah.
No problem with that. In fact, we couldn't do it without input from somebody who lives and works here.
Yeah. Because I think also it's important for staff to be just as much part of this as council.
Definitely.
Through lines involved. So that's just my opinion on it. I think this is a great project and very exciting.
And I'm excited at the fact that you think we have further input and something to offer you in the future to get this finalized. That makes us happy.
Anything else?
Yeah, just one comment, and I'm really happy to see that you included the Otaki for Seabossett in history. I thought that was important here in Gallatin to show where we came from and who we are.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Those are elements that make up the town. You can't ignore those at all. Yeah, it has to be a part of it and deciding how we go. And we also have, if you don't have enough, there's the start of a discussion which we can flesh out later on how to request things, how to handle things that are given to you that are not requested, that are not Otaki, that are not, historical pieces that you want to keep. And we can develop a policy for those as well.
And we do have quite a bit of Otaki, can't think of the word, that we're going to be placing in different areas, aren't we? We have quite a few different parts that haven't come in yet, so we are going to be doing that for that, right? So thank you. Anything else? No?
And you have my card, so if there are any questions as you have a chance to go through this in more detail, by all means, just drop me a line and I will answer that for you.
And we'll go to a future meeting, we'll discuss with stuff at a future meeting, some of these items. Yes.
So does the Arts Council meet monthly? Like, do you have set times?
Board does meet monthly,
Oh.
yes.
So we can kind of connect that once council talks and appoint somebody that then they could attend one of your meetings and get the conversation started type of thing, like it.
We would do the same thing as you're doing. We would identify a board member to be a lead on this project. And then your lead and our lead would get together, and whenever they need support or input from people at large, then that would happen. And our lead would be reporting to the board on a monthly basis as well.
Okay.
So totally transparent, but at least there's a chain of command.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, thank you.
And our next delegation is Lorna Morrison, Community Gardens. And regarding community garden expansion, and we do have item 8.1A1 that was brought along to us to go along with that. Is Lorna here? Oh, yes, if you want to come up to the front. Just so we can hear you better.
No worries. Thanks for having us. I'd just like to introduce members of our garden and of our board of directors. Is Cliff Sungens in the front, Brian Carr, and Joe Pearson. We're all in the same game. And I did bring you 3 overhead aerial photos of the garden. And there's red markings on the property that we're looking at. So the community garden's been here since 2016. Kara Smith was one of the founding members, of course, and I know she was a staple here at the council table. Kara did a lot of work. We have a very healthy group of people, gardeners, always encouraging more. We provide to the community through our community service donations, and that is all members of the garden participate in our community section of the garden. We grow a lot of potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, all things that everyone can find useful in their homes for those that need. We've provided this year about 600 pounds of produce that we donate as a group of volunteers back to community services, to the soup kitchen, and whoever else needs it. But those are our primary providers. We take the produce to them on a weekly basis, and they distribute it to the people that they see most in need. So that's a little bit about us. We have 86 plots in our current space. They range from about 4 feet by 8 to 10 feet. There's a variety. We've got gardens for people in wheelchairs, so they're high. You can attend them. They're higher gardens for people that might need a stool to sit down to amend their soil. We provide mostly all of the seeds, especially to the new gardeners and those that need it. Soil are topped up every year. We have an active mulching program where we go around the community, collect leaves from all over the place and mulch them. We have a worm farm. It's a great hit with the preschool group that comes to our garden as well, where the worms, the wrigglers, we feed them and they can see the results of what the worms do for us. We have a lot of requests now for more space in our garden, and we are maxed out. We have no more room to expand. So the request to you is that there's consideration given that we expand. I'm going to call it the southwest side. It's when you drive in on the Stone Avenue offset, to come in all along 12 feet out from our current fence line all the way around. To not around to the back side, to the road side, but on the driveway side and the parking lot side. There's lots of room there, even though now the school buses are parking right across the way. There's still lots of room, and we need the space for the new members that are all waiting for a spot this spring, and it'll be here as soon as we know it. So that's the presentation, and we ask you kindly for your consideration.
Thank you so much. I know it's a very important part of our community, food security, and the people that are there love to be there, the ones I've heard from, and Carol was a major player, and she came here every week that we were here, keeping us in line as well, so we kind of missed her quite a bit. Any questions from the rest of the council?
In terms of this map, who would the extension be? Is it this way?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I see.
And then hopefully, it's the best sunlight. There's a fair property with very tall trees that give a shade that doesn't really do it. So that's good.
And the team you lost on, yeah, so that'd be bigger than these existing ones on the fence lot.
Yes, because those are halves on the other side of the fence and on this side, they're half because that's unusual.
Yeah.
No, just a comment that I was with the food security. I've been by many times and it's social. There's so many people there, and you feel in the evening that are willing to talk to you. And a lot of people I found in the apartment buildings, and even if they have an outdoor garden at home, they don't want to be there by themselves. So they actually wander down and maintain their little plots, just to be social with other gardeners. So I think it's really healthy for physical and emotional too.
Absolutely it is. And social isolation, as we know, for seniors and Lake Cowichan has a pretty significant population. It's a wonderful place to come because it's very inclusive. We all go out of our way to make sure that people are welcome. If we can help, we do. And if not, just come and sit. We've got lots of lovely spots under our gazebo. We do a lot of community fundraising. That's how we run our business, how we do projects and build new boxes and buy soil every year. And we formed a bit of a partnership, and we're hoping that if this goes through, because we're not asking you for money, we're paying for the project ourselves with money that we've raised, is the Kraken hockey team is going to come and be part of it as their community service as well. So we involve as many people as we can in terms of coming to assist in many different ways, and they do. But it's a great social place for people to avoid isolation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving right along, correspondence, action items, we have the number 8, document that you sent along. Has that people had a chance to read into that? Okay. And we'll go down now to reports. The first one is finance, Mrs. Gill.
Thank you, Councilor Austin. The statements are there. They're incomplete yet. I'm still working on year end. And there's a capital project expenses that invoicing has not yet come in for. I just wanted to know here that Lakeview Park and Education Center so far ending the year with surplus balances. Public Works is looking at automating the recycling pickup. As such, we're looking at larger totes to be purchased to work with the garbage truck. A new used truck has been recently purchased. The town is now also accepting payments by credit card for property tax and utility bills. So that is available from our, there's a link available from our website. And it's called the Cloud Citizen service. So there is a convenience fee that will be charged to anybody paying their utility bills and property taxes through there. So that is in addition to the amount that they will be paying. The option to pay for business licenses with credit card is anticipated to be available later this year, hopefully in time for the 2025 business license.
Any questions from council? Frizz, I was gonna say Frizz, and okay, which one wants to go first?
No, obviously a good thing, but how do we, in the last 2 years, consistently make so much money on interest on investments? We're 1,500% of that budgeted total. What investments do we have and how are we get such a great return?
Well, we invest all our money with them, I think. It's the Municipal Finance Authority that does just local municipalities. The interest rates have just been better. 1 and 2, some of the interest will be moved to the appropriate funds that it belongs to, so it's all showing there now. But with year adjustments, that balance will go down slightly, but we have done very well this year. Just because the interest rates were having
I may follow up. So any money we have in reserve, we invest with these people and they manage the money for us. And these are the returns we get. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Just a question on capital. So under the water capital, water main upgrades, so the budget was 150,000 and our actual was 16,000. So does that carry over to next
Yeah, that's a good point. So what we will be doing at the council meeting, is coming for approval, coming to you for approval to carry those funds.
Oh, right. Yeah, just something that just popped into my head when we talked about the automated pickup of recycling. If we have these large totes, how are the people dumping when they know that there's things in the recycle that you're not supposed to have in their style, et cetera, because we get charged if we have, I guess it shouldn't be. Or will there be a camera that they can see it as it's going in?
But the equipment comes with them.
Pardon me?
They come with cameras,
So they'll be able to see.
they
if
will
they're
be able
done.
to see.
Yeah, because we don't want to be fined. Okay, good, thank you very much.
Anything else? Okay, thank you. The next one is zoning and parking concerns, hotel operations, C3 zone. I presume that's, the old doctor's office on the South Shore, is that
And the
correct?
motel.
And
And
what-
this, I mean, this is an issue we've been dealing with for some time. We've got the superintendent involved, we've got the planner involved, and we've been having some discussions, and I'm not sure where the leaders, what the leaders on this, and the superintendent for that.
Does the superintendent have an answer?
Yeah, we've been working on it, so it's just with the two property owners, we're working with that. Hopefully, next month or so.
Is it just a problem with number of spaces?
Spaces, yes.
Because I know it's always been like that. There are like 3 for the doctor's office and 2 for Ed's 50 years ago. It hasn't changed much.
They changed the use of the old doctor's office, so.
Yeah, the use of the office. Right. Okay, thank you. Councillor Frisbee?
They took away the parking spots in front of the native green space. So they deleted the parking in front of what you say, the old,
Doctor's office. There was a green space privately and they put parking in and then they took it out again. So it's gone back and forth since 40 years, I think. Okay, so you're looking into that. Thank you very much. Collect business plan and future operations. I believe our manager had some.
Oral surgery is the way, so we haven't had.
Okay, so at the next meeting perhaps. We'll move on to that. Coming down, oh my gosh, we're getting out here. Did new business already? Oh, no, first of all, Public Works Spirit Loop. Was there any report on that? Any?
Spirit group,
Did we have one
Yeah,
at all?
the spirit group.
Yeah,
Yeah, no report, we'll hopefully have something for the next meeting.
okay. And the next one, new business, we had a tour of our municipal facilities the other day, and it was a nice sunny day. We went to the water treatment plant and the sewer treatment plant and the different little areas around town where there are stations and stuff. So does anybody have anything else to add to that? Well, just the 3 of us.
It was interesting watching the backwash of the filter, is that correct? The process of that, they do it every 40 hours.
It's said at different times. of the
Yeah,
morning.
so it's interesting how the water gets drawn out and then it's flushed and it's the filters in there that all the dirt comes out of it, so it's just a really interesting process, so.
The whole plant is
Yeah.
well run and Mike is our, I forget his last name, but he is our class 4 and he has all the information on sheets in every section of the unit. That will tell you how to fix things if something comes amiss or whatever, and phone numbers to call. And he's on the phone and computer at all times when we need him, if we need him, and comes up once every couple of months or a month.
What's that?
How often does Mike come out?
Once a month.
Once a month. And we're still looking for our own class 3 water treatment plant person, but we don't have one at this time. They're kind of hard to find. So I think we have a couple of staff that are working on moving up into that capacity. It was quite interesting. We need a date for our next department tour and where are we going? That's number B, 10B.
Do you?
Okay, I can make you put that on there. And we'll just see when that's available for that. Okay. And now we have emergency planning session for council to be held January 15th. Do we have a time on that?
We have a 10 to 12 and 1 to 3, so you have a choice. But I understand Councilor Sandhu can't make it, so we'll have to wait for another day.
Oh, do we want to do another date that April has available?
Yeah, I'll come back to you, and I think if it's Thursday, Friday, it'll work. Thursday would be better.
Thursday would be good.
I'll wait for Thursday.
Okay. All right. There we go. We're getting ahead of here. This is great. Notices of motion. Is there any notice? Oh, sorry, I'm moving on. Don't crazy birthday. It's been a while. D was the absence for the mayor. Do we have a motion to and to this? Councilor Fitzby, Councilor Sandhu, all in favor? And thank you. Now we have notices of motion. Any notices of motion for anything? Any upcoming meeting? Nothing? Question period. For those of you that are in the building, you have 3 minutes to speak of anything on the agenda. 3 minutes only, we'll find you. For offsite, there's a phone number is 250-749-3239. If anyone has questions on anything on the agenda, and we'll wait for a couple of minutes to see if the phone rings or if anybody has a question. Oh, we have Mr. Pearson. On top of the front.
Just wondering, we were talking about paying taxes. Is that gonna be with e-transfer also? We'll be able to e-transfer our taxes in?
No, you can pay online using your online banking. Or you can pay, if this is for people that want to pay by credit card. So
Okay,
they can go online and set up their account and pay using the credit card.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know the response from Mr. Peterson, people used to pay by check, cash, or transfer, but you were never allowed to use a charge card. So council implemented to staff doing this to try to find a way to pay by credit card.
And there is a charge that was done now.
Right, so if it was charge card, then, and the reason it wasn't charge card was it might bounce or something, or they canceled it?
No, the credit card fees are really high. So through this online payment provider, we're using.
Oh, as a provider for using credit card,
Yes.
4% or something, 5%.
Yeah, so
Right, got it.
you would pay the credit card. fee.
And is that gonna be picked up by the person who pays, or that's gonna be picked up by the town?
Oh, no.
So the person who pays by credit card pays that credit card fee.
Correct.
Okay,
Lady Smith has one already, and I think theirs is 4%. And what I do with mine is, I have it online banking and I pay so much every month all year long. When you're on a limited income, then you don't kind of miss that little $200 and whatever dollars it is on your water and your electricity, your utilities and your taxes. So for people on a limited income, that works really well, and if you have that set up and it's just online banking. No charge at all for that, and you're paying in advance before you get the bill in, at the end of July or June.
When does our utility bill, when will it come up?
End of January.
End of January.
Perfect. You pay by the end of February.
End of February for the discount?
Right. And then the taxes are June for July. Oh, Joe, come on,
so, well, I'm here.
just think there.
So, new recycling cans. Was that my understanding from that conversation? Is there's gonna be some new recycling cans? Larger capacity than what we have
3 times.
we're using. So, and garbage cans also, is that the idea? We're not gonna switch over the garbage cans at this point? Right, so, and are these gonna be the tip jobs? Right, okay, plan for the new year.
Who's we can afford them, right?
Right. Yeah, but imagine they're expensive.
Yeah, I think they probably are. And I think the recycling is going quite well. Everybody happy with it so far? Yeah. Well, I think it's important, and the reason we have the smaller garbage cans is because we're also doing the organic. and you're doing recycling, so you don't need such a big garbage can normally. Some families, larger families do have larger cans and they pay a bit extra for that. Okay, I don't hear any. Bill, don't you have anything tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Holy crow.
They know early leave.
Pardon? Stop it.
And move along.
What?
Anything wrong with your?
No, it's just the phone number. Well, it has, it didn't ring. Probably I know for something. No, it's not. Sorry, I didn't say that. They're still in camera tonight, and so I guess we need a motion to adjourn. Councilor Frisbee, Councilor Bolaka, all in favor? Quick.